South Africa, young women are on the hunt for rich men.
The men are ATMs. I gotta take.
But these women called slay queens are under attack.
Slay queens are like a virus.
And while they pursue a life of glamour and notoriety,
Nelson Mandela had to go to jail for me to be sitting here and wearing real Gucci.
behind it lies a dangerous sexual economy.
These are the missing girls.
As the rules of romance are being rewritten,
monogamy is not natural.
these women go to extremes
The more light I am, the more beautiful I am.
in a world of scams, scandal, and survival.
All my childhood had been taken away from me by all of that.
Johannesburg was built on a gold rush, and today the spirit of gold digging lives on through the socialites known as slay queens.
We are slayers, and we set the tone on how to dress and how to party.
These controversial content creators are both loved and hated, exhibited in cult reality shows like Diamond and Dolls. These women choose finance over romance
These are my dolls.
and say a
We are
lavish life
high-class
should be funded
socialites.
by sugar daddies, also known as blessers.
This is the new money Beverly Hills of Johannesburg, Santon, and we're here to meet one of the A-listers on the so-called slay queen socialite scene. Hello.
Hi.
Queen of the North. I am Symeon from North London.
How are you?
Lovely to be here.
Oh my God, nice to meet you.
Could you tell us what is a slay queen?
People now labels the women that look good on Instagram automatically and said they are slay queens. There's a song of Beyonce, I Slay. You remember that song? It was gold diggers, slay queens, what. Now it's baddies. And it will be like you sleep with men with money, you're a prostitute. For me, I never really pay attention to stuff like that. I'm happy to be called a baddie, honey. I'm bad, so.
Eva's reign as queen began in clubs, first as a waitress, then a host with a talent for retaining wealthy clients and getting them to spend big in and out of the club.
I'm sure you can see. When I went to do my teeth back in 2019, I went all out and said I did my liposuction, BBL, all of that.
Eva now has a large following on social media who also aspire to have a life funded by men.
So what is the minimum that a man has to earn if he's going to date you?
Right now we call them bags, honey. Yeah, she has a bag. So if somebody's coming, they must take off the load. I'm tired. As a woman, I'm not supposed to work.
And do you feel confident that you can find a man who meets your criteria?
Well, duh. I mean, I've dated serious people. I've dated president's sons. Everybody knows that. I've been with proper, even like top 5 musicians in Africa. Chanel. There's a Goya bag. This is London. Dubai. Gucci.
So these are all your bags from bags?
Not really.
I'm running out of arms now. Your card?
No. Just take the card, swipe the money. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Now we come to the real thing. Rolling.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah. This is like basic. It's like entry level.
So a man should always pay for these things?
Exactly.
Do you not think that that is very transactional and it kind of takes out the romance and love so men feel like they're ATMs?
They are ATMs. The men are ATMs. I gotta take.
This ATM is closed, I'm afraid.
To many, Eva is an inspiration.
This one is nice, isn't it? I won't be able to dance.
Habiba is a self-described slay queen, infamous for dating senior politicians.
I prefer pink.
Ne? Okay.
She is joined by her friend and the man she introduces as Tiger, her talent manager.
There are many girls who are slave queens, but they are not selling their body. Slave queens, basically, it's women who date rich guys. Even though they are Now influencers and prostitutes who hide behind the name slave queen. It's about liking a guy who have money, but at the same time, there must be other qualities that attracts you to the guy.
But the money makes them more attractive.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
And there are many people who would say that it is a form of sex work because it is very much a transactional relationship.
Maybe you went to school, maybe you did your short courses, but still, most positions in South Africa, it's men when they want sex. It's either you sell or you give it for free.
Habiba says her blessers were 40 years older and her current one has given her an
rich
apartment.
guys. And when I get there, I'm young, I'm beautiful, I'm dressed up, and it felt like I have something that they wanted. You end up having a life that even a teacher in South Africa cannot afford just because of your looks.
Which color do you prefer?
And a bright one.
Habiba and Tiger now connect young women with affluent men.
Are the rich men targeting the slave queens or the slave queens targeting the rich
They're
men?
targeting each
They're all
other.
targeting each other. It's a win-win situation.
It's like an exchange. There are guys who are dying to date me because of the guys that I dated. They want fame, but they're not famous. It's more like you give them your fame, they give you money.
Despite having a blesser, tonight in Santon, Habiba is keeping her options open.
That's a real blazer right there.
With a white Ferrari.
Yeah, you know. This is where we dig gold. Where gold diggers, they dig gold.
In this city, everything has a price.
You can't just give someone your numbers. They have to impress you. So you can even make 10,000 just for giving them your phone numbers.
That is £420 for a phone call.
How do you spot a blesser? How do you know if a man actually has money or if he's pretending to have money?
Normally you can see the cologne, the watch, the shoes, the car. They have like good manners. They're like decent somehow. Money doesn't like noise.
In clubs, slay queens are blamed for blurring the line between hookup culture and sex work. After casual sex, men can be asked to compensate women with a payment locally called mavuso. And in tabloids, slay queens are villainized for scandals and scams targeting married men. Very few of these men talk openly, but we found one who would under anonymity.
Slave queens are very, very dangerous. It's more like a virus. I came across this beautiful slave queen with long hair, mini short skirt. She looked very sexy.
This married man had been in a club when the woman approached.
And she made me feel comfortable when she told me that she's an independent person who has her own money.
He says they checked into a hotel and claims he was drugged.
She used my finger to open my phone and she transferred the money into some account, about 100,000.
That's around £4,300, a little under $6,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
If they did not manage to rob you, they can do anything to extort money from you. I'm going to tell the world about you. Or I'm going to tell your wife.
Is that not men's fault, fundamentally, if they're married and they get involved with a so-called slay queen?
Every man in this country, they believe that when you have money, you can be able to go out with slave queens. That's when now you feel that, no, you're a man.
But that means paying mavuso.
If you're going to go spend the night with a woman, automatically the next morning you must give her money. You'll be forced to make that payment because failure to make it, a rape case will be reported against you.
But although men are scared of being falsely accused, South Africa is a dangerous place to be a woman. 3 women are killed every day by a sexual partner, and so-called slay queens are being hunted by gangs and hitmen. Young women in transactional relationships are at risk of violence, abduction, and trafficking. In Joburg's Rosettenville, we are joining the National Neighborhood Watch and Missing Persons Unit.
Hey, you guys doing, man? What's happening, man?
It's run by Leonardo Green,
What's happening, man?
a security contractor who works closely with police.
This area is well known for child trafficking, human trafficking, sex slaves that are used on a regular basis.
The team help families find missing
you see
girls,
where the
many
blue-
trafficked
the blue,
after financial promises tied
what's
to
her
the
name
slave
is
queen
there.
life.
In that there is where I found a whole lot of girls that were kept captive in that place. It was a metal frame that was put up in front of it. No one could hear these girls on the inside there. Before you go in, let us go check if it's safe.
I can see that the building is occupied. There's a fire, there are people. Earlier, we did see a man on the roof, so we're just waiting to see if it's safe to enter. If there are trafficked girls here, they are living in a simply awful existence. This is an awfully dilapidated building. There's a real stench.
I remember kicking this door down, and there was girls kept in this room, and there was girls kept in the room here next to it.
15 girls?
Yeah, they were kept in these rooms, these two rooms.
So were those 15 girls, were they being held against their will?
Yeah.
Smells.
So exactly the way you see it is the way we found it on that day. Dark, smelly, they were drugged. And they were just laying here on the floors and laying in their own feces.
Living here are two women once in transactional relationships who were then kidnapped and trafficked.
You have to go stand by the street, sell your in order for you to smoke. So it means I'm a slave to someone else.
The women say they were given heroin to make them compliant and have suffered prolonged violence.
This is a client who did this.
They're placed on drugs to keep them shackled. And as soon as you reach, as you would call it, food reaches an expiry date. They've reached the expiry date. They're no longer good.
One of the women says she is from a middle-class family who are looking for her, but she is too ashamed to go home.
This is very hard to see. A woman is tricked, she's trafficked, and then she is held not just by violence, but later by shame. And ultimately, that should belong to the traffickers. And the problem is it doesn't.
The next day, Leonardo has several new cases on his hands.
So these are the missing girls?
These are the missing girls.
The 15-year-olds?
The 15-year-olds.
Any description of the vehicle that they got into?
Let's go. Let's go.
They fear the girls could be trafficked out of El Dorado Park. To recover them safely, the first 24 hours are critical.
Don't put the camera out, don't record, because the guys there would just start shooting at you. That is the notorious Varados gang.
High poverty and violence in townships means many young girls are desperate to escape.
They also use underage girls to move the drugs, move the firearms, as for sexual favors as well. Block 3, flat 6. Okay, we're on our way. This is the vehicle that they left with yesterday, and the vehicle that brought them back now, ne?
So are they here?
They're here.
Are they here now?
Yeah, the two girls they are. But the boys they left, they just dropped them off.
So they came here with boys?
For now, the girls are safe, but questions remain.
Okay, so both girls were found.
And the guys that they were with have gone now?
A father managed to catch them, and he's got them at the police station.
This man taking our children. We must them up.
We are told that the slave queen life has made young girls from poor backgrounds easier to entice.
These girls were definitely taken advantage of and were probably promised something lucrative or something beautiful.
At the station, we learned that one of the youngest girls needs medical attention.
The boys are currently being detained by El Dorado Park SAPS for rape, as well as taking minors without the consent of their parents.
Just this morning, Leonardo has found 5 young girls, but many more are missing, trafficked, or have run away with men. Winterveld is a township for black people forcibly removed from Pretoria during apartheid. Habiba's family live here, but she escaped with the help of a blesser.
How you doing? I'm good, and you?
But transactional relationships are a precarious exit plan.
This area, like there is no hope. Most of young girls around here, they just booze, no education. Women are oppressed and depressed, and men who are also like abusive.
Habiba was raised by her grandma, and Habiba's mum is raising Habiba's children. That's 3 generations carrying the burden of care alone.
Have men failed women in South Africa?
Yeah, because of ba kreisa bana after ba utloile.
Witchcraft is almost every day, so I don't have a choice.
Habiba is the family's main provider and turns to her mother's traditional medicine known as muti to attract the wealthiest blessers.
Muti and consulting, it has helped me a lot.
Has it paid off?
She says the muti also protects her from the violent control of blessers.
It's been bad. So, I experienced a lot of emotional, physical, and financial abuse. They will abuse you and make you feel like you are nothing. And an African man will drag you down to your lowest.
Despite this, Habiba says she now recruits consenting young women for rich men and uses social media to promote herself.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Bona.
On her own podcast.
If I both take them and present them to men, they will give her small money, they will give her more money. Yeah, the light-skinned you are, the better you are, more hair. This is my normal skin tone. I had to evolve to this, and I want more. Because the more light I am, the more beautiful I am, I have more value.
I already look like I attract money.
Thank you.
Already look like someone who deserves the money.
Skin bleaching is extremely dangerous, but there are bigger life-changing harms these young women face.
At age of 16 years, we are here to hurry. He thoma ke tsamaya strata, so we are here to hurry.
Sexual transmitted disease.
Tabizo says the man who infected her with HIV was 56 years old.
But the end of end.
So you feel like you don't have life anymore?
Like I don't have.
In southern Africa, teenage girls are up to 6 times more likely to contract HIV than boys their own age. But these harrowing stories are posted to a social media ecosystem driven by conflict, incentivizing men and women to make adversarial content. The manosphere in South Africa has benefited by making slay queens a target.
So my definition of a slay queen today, based on societal norms, is high-class prostitution.
Look at how women are turning out.
You must go look for the uglier girls with 3 pictures on IG that are looking crusty with a Android phone.
Penuel is a popular podcaster in South Africa's provocative manosphere.
Have you ever macked on chicks and lied?
For sure.
Would you feel an obligation to go around telling young girls that this is what we do, this is how we lie to you to get you?
Despite promoting conservative values, Penuel has fathered 7 children with 5 women and is unmarried.
So there's an argument that monogamy is not natural and that the elites devised it so that every man could have a woman.
But growing gender hostility has led women branded slay queens to become targets of violence and femicide.
Do you regret some of the things you've said about slay queens, them being hoes and being very critical of them?
The arguable moral decay of women, it's not a nice sight. The ones at the top, the greedy, the ones that exploit men, the ones that extort men, they lie about how they make money, they mislead young children. I feel nothing for them. So I'd be very comfortable being harsh to women like that.
But we do need to speak to men about the violence committed by men. We do need to speak to men about the lack of safety that women feel. How much of these issues are fundamentally the responsibility of content creators?
It would be nice to have more considerate and intentional and conscious content creators.
But it doesn't do well, does it?
It doesn't do well, sadly. So you find a lot of content creators chasing the type of content that drives views and thus money.
South Africa's slay queen is born from an internet hustle culture that has made money and materialism a generation's main motivation.
Oh, lovely.
Across town, Eva is having dinner with the socialite Taboho.
Ooh la la.
The creator of the show Diamond and Dolls.
You know, I only fly first class. I will never fly economy. Business.
Taboho's show was instrumental in shaping South Africa's slay queen persona.
Our show in Africa actually opened doors for baddies to say you can be a baddie and get paid. Let me put it this way. I'm very aware And I was very clever to say, even if we run away from the term slave queen, they will call you that anyway. So why not carry the name, make money out of it?
In South Africa, it's all about controversy.
Many people feel that young people have become far too materialistic, and so they say that content like yours makes young people desperate to pursue that and therefore put themselves in very dangerous positions to get it.
No, what is wrong with wanting materialistic stuff?
Nelson Mandela had to go to jail for me to be sitting here and wearing real Gucci. He did all this shit for me, right? So now we are the new Nelson Mandelas, and we are trying to tell the world that, no, actually, we are better than, should I say that, better than you? We are.
Do you feel the responsibility with what you post and what you present?
If I've got children, I'm going to have to make sure they're not even on the internet. I will not buy them phones. I will not do all those things.
What does it say if you are a big content creator on the internet and yet you would not allow your own children to access content like yours?
Parents must be the role models. I'm not about to be responsible for any child.
Most black people come from rural areas, and from those rural areas, maybe you are brought up by a grandmother or whatever. They will teach you, when you go to Johannesburg, when you are 18, do not do this, do not do that, please, my child, whatever. So if you choose to do those things,
so scared of Joburg.
if you choose to do those things, it's all on to you.
Jackie Pemotse is a former slay queen who managed to escape an abusive blesser. She's now a successful author and activist.
Yes, please. I'm such a big fan.
Jackie's at the University of Johannesburg, warning against the slay queen life.
By the time this year ends, half of you guys will not finish. And that's just the stats. Not because you're lazy, not because you're not smart enough. It's because you agreed to go to dinner. You agreed to entertain that guy on Instagram. You agreed to a point where there's nothing to agree to because your entire existence has been stolen.
And in the room are students with their own scars.
I started when I was 16.
16.
And I'm 22 now.
So she pimped you out?
Yes, she did.
How long were you there for?
2 years.
This student was trafficked by her school friend and her much older boyfriend.
I know how that feels. And you wouldn't get over it.
I didn't get to be an adolescent. I didn't get a chance to be a child. All my childhood had been taken away from me by all of that. I only got to be a normal person now when I started school.
Despite the promise of transactional relationships, this survivor says it was an education that's empowered her.
You must be graduation. I want to see you finish. And I love you.
This is the first generation of black women in South Africa born after apartheid ended. The liberation they were promised is not here just yet. But on this campus are young women born free, hoping to defy the male gaze and slay on their own terms.